Every year, the league introduces a fresh new set of faces in the NBA draft as teams look to add young talent to their roster and set themselves up for future success. And while the draft is essentially a gamble, every year there are always players who stand out amongst the rest and make it clear that they are going to be in the league for a long time and make a great impact during that time. Last year it was Ja and Zion, the year prior it was Luka Doncic and Trae Young, and the year before that we saw Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell make their mark on the league as young stars. However, this year's draft was different, as many scouts and analysts saw this draft class as one without a clear-cut number 1 pick, and one where you'd be able to find some great role players but not a definitive star. And while players like Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, and Tyrese Halliburton have been very solid for their teams this season, I believe that there is one guy who has made it clear that he has the talent and potential to change his franchise. It's LaMelo Ball. Now, when looking at LaMelo's physical profile, he's clearly got the tools to be an elite point guard in this league one day, standing at 6'8" and weighing in at 180 pounds at the point guard position. He'll definitely need to put on some weight in order to become more versatile on the defensive end, which would allow him to guard the 1 through 3 position and potentially even the 4 position. However, I think that'll come as his career progresses, but aside from his physical profile, I believe that LaMelo has the skill set to become one of the elite guards in the game, as well as help turn this struggling Hornets franchise around. His strongest asset is clearly his passing, which we've seen on display numerous times on highlight reels on either ESPN, Bleacher Report, or House of Highlights. LaMelo's natural passing ability is very similar to his brother Lonzo's, and will no doubt get better as his career progresses and as he gains more experience on the NBA level. His ability to make his teammates better and set them up for open looks will undoubtedly make him a very likable player to play with and will motivate his teammates to continuously get out on the break or continuously move around in the half-court set, knowing that LaMelo will more than likely get them the ball if they're open. But aside from his passing ability, LaMelo has the potential to develop into a very versatile and dangerous scorer, which we've seen flashes of through just 11 games. His finishing ability is an absolute beauty to watch, as he's shown the ability to finish with either hand and even has shown the body control to finish through contact. Not only this, but he's also very crafty around the rim, showcasing that he has off-foot finishes and floaters in his repertoire as well. He's honestly fearless when it comes to driving to the basket and will no doubt get better throughout the season. While talking about his scoring, LaMelo has actually proved a lot of his critics wrong, who claimed that he would be a very poor shooter coming into the league due to his unorthodox form and inconsistencies we saw when he played in the NBL. But honestly, he seems to be very comfortable shooting these threes and is shooting them with a lot of confidence, and he's hitting them at a very serviceable clip. It's clear that he'll need to improve his jumper as teams begin to get a feel of his game, and he'll definitely need to quicken his release because he kind of has a bit of a hitch and a bit of a dip before he shoots, but as of now, he's not a bad shooter whatsoever. He's proven that he can act as a spot-up shooter and can also hit these shots off the dribble and off of pick and roll in isolation situations. I also think that in the future LaMelo could develop some sort of post-up game, which would serve him well against a lot of the smaller guards in the league, especially considering his size. And finally, an underrated aspect of his game is his rebounding, which he's been extremely solid for the Hornets. In fact, despite not starting a single game for the team so far this season, he's second in the team in rebounding, behind 7-foot Bismack Biyombo. Remember, this is a 19-year-old point guard we're talking about. Because of his rebounding, the Hornets are able to get out on the break extremely fast, and combine this with his passing vision, and I expect the Hornets to be one of the more dangerous teams in the league this season in terms of transition scoring. With this in mind, it's not crazy to think that LaMelo could be a very versatile and electrifying player on the offensive end because of his combination of size and skill set, and I fully expect him to take that starting role from Devontae Graham by the season's end. However, despite the positives, there are still some aspects of his game that could definitely use some work. Defensively, I think that if LaMelo puts his mind to it, he could definitely be on the same level or even better than his brother Lonzo on that end of the court. He's already shown that he's very good at reading passing lanes, which is where he gets a majority of his steals. However, I'd like to see him become a more complete defender in all aspects of the word. On ball, he can definitely be better, it's just a matter of effort in my opinion. We've seen instances where he's been able to stop his man, while at other times it seems he's just letting his man blow right past him. If we can get constant effort from LaMelo on that end of the court, he can definitely be an average to above average defender in the game. His off-ball defense is already better than advertised, as he's shown the ability to be a problem in the passing lanes like I mentioned before, and his defensive rotations aren't bad either. Sure, he's not perfect in this aspect, but he definitely has the IQ and the ability to become better as his career progresses. In fact, I'm not afraid to say that he's already one of the best help defenders and off-ball defenders on the Hornets roster. I truly believe that if LaMelo puts in the time, that he can be a very solid defender in this league. So, to put LaMelo's season so far into perspective, let's compare his stats to his peers. Through 11 games, he's averaging 12.4 points per game, which ranks second among rookies, 7 rebounds, which leads the rookie class, 6 assists, which again leads the rookie class, and 1.6 steals, which again leads the rookie class. This is absolutely sensational. Even if his shot is off, LaMelo can affect the game in numerous ways, which is what separates him from a lot of guys in this year's class, and is what I believe makes him a truly special player. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I'd appreciate it very much. But with all that being said, thank you very much for watching the video, and as always, have a good day.